Welcome back everyone to Welstopia, and today we need to tackle the question of lighting. I had thought I had this place lit up pretty well, but apparently I missed something somewhere because I hear a zombie. Ha, this room. Of course, the room where I had taken off the slime blocks earlier, so therefore, yeah, we need to light this up for now. But what I want is a lighting solution that is going to look better, because right now I just have these torches all over the place. So the question is, what can I do for lighting? Now, I have a couple ideas on this. The first idea involves end rods. Now, I can't have end rods sticking out in places that already are open. In other words, I don't want to put end rods right here because I'm expecting to have wagons going through here. It sort of breaks the immersion, I think, if our wagons are having to go through end rods. Now, of course, in the actual lighthouse, they would most likely have been using something like lanterns or the like, but we don't have that luxury. Now, down here, we could probably get away with end rods over here because we do have to worry about that stuff later. But let's see. I thought that maybe we could add some end rods here. And what we can do is add end rods up here wherever we have these logs like that. So therefore, I'm hoping that this will give us a nice amount of light. But how much will it give us? Now let's go up a few and see what the lighting total is. Now, I'm of course assuming that we're not lit up because of course we do have the light from outside, but what do we do without that? So let's take off these torches and see how much light we have in this area. Because obviously I'm not going to be able to get good measurements if the place is really, really well lit up. Good, good. Alright, so now we've taken away the light for half the area except for the end rods, so let's see how much it provides us. We have 7, 8, 7, 6. Oh, that's right, 0 is fine. Yeah, here we are at 3 and 4, so therefore this is a welcome place for mobs of fun. Now here, we do have this place right here where we could probably get away with putting some up because, yeah. But even here, way back down here, we don't have it. And this is a place where I don't want to put them. So therefore, this is our tricky item here is how do we get this lit up? Now, one possibility, actually, I'll put some torches back here so nothing spawns while I'm going through this. Because we don't want these things all over the place. Alright. Good. Now let's go into the alternative that I had, and that involves glowstone. Now, why am I choosing glowstone? Well, our choices are, of course, prismarine blocks, glowstone, see, we have redstone lamps and the like, and I think glowstone is what is going to mix best with our birch here. And what I'm thinking of doing is, let's bring this out here. How about starting right about, actually let's put one right here, let's say. let's do that without falling in. I was thinking we could put one here, for example. And every so often, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the problem is when we're at these half points, this is where we're going to have difficulty. But of course, mobs won't spawn here, so that's actually not too much of a problem. But when we go here, we could place one here. And we can place one here, say 1, 2, 3 away, and we can get something along on these lines. So we have one in the middle here, then we can have one here and here, then we could try the same thing here. And here. And we don't have to worry about carrying into these areas since these are spawn proof. Now of course, actually let me get rid of this without breaking all my walls down. There we go. Now how am I doing for... Now, I can already see that this is going to be a little bit dark. Oh. 11, 9, 7, 10, net 7, 10 down here. Alright, so we have a couple of places there. So I need to come up with a better idea, but this gives you the idea of what I want. Now, what I'm going to do, let's close that off for now, is what happens if we come all the way around and try to put one right here. And the idea that I have here is we have one here. I wasn't expecting that to be on top of that, but alright. 1, 2, 3, and we can have one here and put this here. Now the idea, now if you go under it, I want to see what that will be like. Well, we'll check as soon as I've had my little rest for the night. The idea is that on a lot of these, we'll not only have it on the floor, but also on the ceiling, because when we have the blocks in there, it'll be visible on both top and bottom. So I wanted to see what it will look like up here, and I think that's nice and unobtrusive up there, so I don't think that'll create any problems. So we just need to get back up here to make sure that it looks fine on the floor. Now, I know that really having a fragile lamp where you have carts coming across is a little daft, but we just have to pretend it is some less fragile product that's going on there. I know some people, they would probably use carpets on here, but you can't consistently use carpets all the way across, first off. And second of all, we do have the little problem that carpeting would be a little bit unbelievable on my side, because you're not going to carpet a place where you're going to have carts coming across. I mean, that's pushing it even for me on on my feelings on this matter. So therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start installing lamps and see if I can find a perfect position in which to place them. Why not try the sides? So we could place this here. We could place another one here. So therefore, right at the corners of this. And this one can go here then. Oh, that's not the right place. Because that's a... Actually, we can get away with a half point right here. If there's any place you can get away with a half point, that is it. So we can do one here. So therefore, we could on the sides then maybe have these things all the way around like this. But the... Oh. Okay. Ah, silly pine leaf. Well, you got the idea. Of course, we don't have to worry about the halfway one, so I took those out. But what I was thinking is that for this one where we have this strip of stone here, for here, we don't want people going along them and stuff like that, so therefore I will include end rods at those locations. And the reason why I'm making that is because when we get out to here, the light here won't reach all the way out to here, so therefore here I will have our bit of, let's see, our light right here. Good. So therefore we'll have it at the two ends there, and we'll have this here, and it'll come across like this. And this, I think, should give us plenty of light for this section. But let's make sure, because we don't want to find out that I'm wrong the hard way when a creeper comes in and blows up the entire place. Now, here we go. We are at 9, 10, 8, 11. Yeah, that seems to be plenty of light all around here. In fact, it might even be a little bit of overkill with the way these things all overlap. So therefore, I'll probably reduce this down to when I think I could get rid of this one without any trouble. Let's grab that, and there we go, and this should all be fine. Good. Now just go ahead and repeat this pattern all the way up. We are back, and I have completed the task for this particular area, so you can see I've got glowstone all over the place. So now it's time to remove all these torches that I've been having. And if things are right, then I should not have any spawnable areas left around here. Okay, that's all good. I know the end rods, I think they're more for decoration than anything else. Which a little decoration here probably won't hurt, considering the relative lack of it in the area so far. But I have a single pattern I've maintained where I've got those two corners there and that place there for whenever I'm on the edge like this, and whenever I'm in a let's take care of these first. Whenever I'm on one of these areas that are on the side, then one at the edge there and then two on the corners there, and I think that's a nice consistent way to do things. Now, we don't have any on the half steps, but they're not necessary since those won't be spawnable anyway. So therefore, we've lit up the spawnable areas, and that's the entire thing that this thing is going to achieve. Now, I am going to have to test this a little bit by actually staying up through a night and making sure that nothing spawns while I'm here, because this thing's going to turn into one giant mob farm if I have any spawnable areas here. Now, checking. Let's see, checking this. I don't think I have any. Everything seems to be at least 10, which is nice and safe, and well, we'll have to get rid of these before I make a proper test of this area. Good and good. And all this, yeah, seems to be all at least 10. So therefore, it should be mob safe. Now, there may be one or two areas that I missed, but I guess we'll find that out when I do this, and I hope that a creeper doesn't blow up in my face after that test. So, I will... Well, actually, it's getting to be night now. Ah! So the moon is rising. So I will spend an entire night up at the top. After that, we'll then head down and see if anything blows up in my face. I don't get too many opportunities to look around at night here in the world of Minecraft. I presume my other lighthouse is down in that direction, but it has not rendered in. Now here on the top floor I still have a number of torches. I still need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do about that. I did replace the corner torches with end rods. So most likely what I'm going to do is just take some end rods and place them at intervals around here, and that will make my lighting down around the corners. I think that's the best thing to do there, and I think it'll cover everything I need there. Now, it's been dark for quite a while, so let's see if I encounter any mobs down here. With a little bit of luck, I won't hear any zombies, be shot by any skeletons, blown up by creepers or anything like that, or hear spiders or anything like that. But so far it looks like it's doing a pretty good job, so we'll see what happens. I reached all the way down here and not a single mob was in sight. So I'm sure there are plenty of them down there somewhere, because it's definitely not lit up down there. But I think that's it for today's episode. When we return next time, we'll have to deal with the top level and also then head into the octagon and see how I handle that, because I don't think I could do it quite the same way due to the way the ramp works there. If I find a solution, we'll mention that in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays of Minecraft Welstopia.